Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday! Last Monday of the school year for me, man. Back at some Jupiter Challenge on PTCGL, man. Being on live's been kind of fun. Better than I thought it would be, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are enjoying what it is and maybe relishing the fact that some of the more toxic cards, if that's the way we want to kind of talk about them, aren't available to play, like things like Hex. VS Seeker isn't on there, so you can't get like VS Seeker Guzma or VS Seeker Hex over and over again. Managing your resources matters a little bit more than it has in the past. It's been kind of fun. Palpad, Cynthia, and Caitlin Lusamine all being ways to recur your supporters is like a turn slower most times. So it's been kind of cool to see how that plays and how it works and how Guzma and Boss have to be played a little bit more. Was it less cavalier? Maybe is the way to go. But we got 3 decks today, 2 for sure. I'm like 100, whatever these gold ticket thingies are, trade credits short of Lightning Zone. Need to get a Zorora is the only card I'm missing, so we might be able to get that by playing a couple. But we're gonna start with Dark Spread, which is a deck that I love so much. We got Crobat in the list. We got the Absol that does 10 everywhere. We've got Galarian Wheezing, plus the other Wheezing that for 2 energy does a whole bunch all over the place. So, plus the new, I guess I say new, Eviltal. We got Eviltal, which does 2 damage counters to things that already have damage counters on them. So we got some spread matchup going. No Guzzlord. I just don't think that we can effectively Guzzlord with what we're trying to do. I think it'll be much easier with the likes of like Reversal Energy or Triple Acceleration Energy to actually get a Crobat up online. Plus, Golbat becomes kind of a consistency piece for you. So that's something I'm going to be looking for. Oh man, our hand is so bad over here. We're going to be using Destructive Beam maybe sooner than we'd like. Need a good draw. Gets us out of this. Buddy poffing gets us out of this. There's a couple good things here that can happen for us, chat. Tropius here, the colorless Tropius. Fruit bearing, discard a card, draw 3, plus Gust for 50. Interested to see that. That Metal Energy gets attached to it. Metal Energy and colorless. Let's see what's up. Are we playing a rainbow colorless list? Is this like a Kecleon brew? Kecleon is Rapid Strike, right? So it would fall under the card pool that's on live. Let's see what this Nest Ball grabs. Fan Rotom, right? Just Fan Rotom every time. Might be price checking here to make sure they got all the stuff that they need. I've been liking live. You guys want to let me know how you've been feeling about playing Gym Leader Challenge on live. Oh, hey, there's a Hops Snorlax. Damages itself. Oh, Artisan is a big help to us. Artisan is a huge help. All right, there's the Wooloo. All right, anything else? All right, pass the turn. Big draw, big draw. Defiance Band, not the big draw we had hoped. Let's go ahead and Artisan here. Let's do some prize check-in. All right, Coffin, Purloin. The Purloin's going to be what we're grabbing. Let's just get in our deck here, see what evolutions we got. Got all the Weezings, got Weavile here, our Golbat, and our Crobat. Yeah, all right, there's our Purloin friend. Let's go ahead and attach this energy, and then we'll just end the turn here. Pokemon or abilities that can be used? I do not think so. I mean, we could have Corrosive Winds, but where are the damage counters going? Nowhere. Go Liepard next turn. Probably ditch the Raihan. All right, going energy on Wooloo here. Just gonna maybe pass over back to us. All right, Iris's Fighting Spirit. Gonna discard the PP up. What Ins Pokemon are there that are colorless? There's the Noibat. There's the Dunsparce. A lot of Pokemon that I'm not familiar with. They've already attached energy. All right, and they're going to use Artisan. Give us a full bench here. So I'd love to draw energy. We might go like Absol, Retreat, and just start spreading 10 damage counters everywhere. Make this Eviltal slightly better. All right, Artisan's going bye-bye, though. Would have liked to have seen that Artisan. And here goes Fruit Bearing. Discard a card, draw 3. All right. All right, there's a Pierce. Pierce is pretty good. Let's go Raihan here. Raihan is... we're just going to trade away... Gosh, probably just the Raihan. All right, we draw our own Artisan here, and we draw a Nest Ball. Yeah, let's get cooking. So I would like to go ahead and get my Zubat in play. Let's go ahead and Artisan here. I think this Artisan might just be a Coughing. And then our last card is going to be Pierce. Pierce is going to be Absol. And then an energy. I think just regular dark energy makes a ton of sense here. All right, let's go Absol. Let's go energy. We got kind of a nice full bench here ourselves. Just one card. We're kind of popping off. Let's go Absol. All right, and then let's Swirling Disaster. 10 everywhere. That's what I like to see. All right, next turn, we got some decisions to make. See what we draw to. Drawing into the Artisan after they bumped their own Artisan for Postwick was pretty busted. Better lucky than good, right? So I'm going to keep Swirling Disaster. Hopefully get some energy attached to this Eviltal here. Looks like maybe they're going to try to chip in for 50 on Absol here, which is a 2-turn clock on that Absol. Yep, here comes the Gust. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, Brock Scouting is a pretty good draw, if I'm going to be honest with you. So let's Evolution Incense. I do just want to grab Golbat. Let's fill our hand here. All right. Let's see what we get with our discreet draw. You guys know me, I love Zubat and Crobat. We get the Crobat and we get the energy. So now I could go Brock Scouting. Do I want to even Liepard? I guess I could discard this energy, but kind of like my hand, I could just discard the Brock Scouting, to be honest. Or Defiance Band. I don't know if we'll ever be behind. Let's go energy there. Yeah, let's just discard the Brock's Scouting. We can always Ascend if we need to. I just want to draw something else. Cynthia's fine. Because to be honest, these are all kind of combo pieces that I want for later. Is there another basic I want to grab? Not really. Let's Cynthia. Let's get some new cards. Or the same cards. Devo's kind of cute. Let's Artisan here. Let's get that free retreat Sneasel going. All right. And then let's just keep Swirling Disastering. And then if the Absol goes down, we just get to promote Eviltal. We're down, so Reversal works. So, we could Crobat potentially earlier than we'd like. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. There's not any evolution Pokemon. This Devo's looking kind of eh. The Wooloo, the Dunsparce, the Noibat, all capable of evolving. But lots of basics. Yo, what's up, Jesse James Knight? Yeah, it's been a minute. Really happy to be back streaming. For the most part. All right, let's go open a Sneasel here. Free retreat Sneasel. Huge upgrade here. I like the idea of this tag call a lot. So let's tag call. Use Mahala, though. Don't think I want to play it just yet. I was thinking that Cynthia and Caitlin would be in my deck, and then Cynthia and Caitlin, we could grab Raihan back, which would be super sick. I do just want to go ahead and trade first, though. We're going to get rid of Buddy Poffin. No searchables in our deck. And we do get the Wheezing. Here's a Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's go ahead and burn that. Just see what's in our prizes. Guzma, our retreat tools. All good. All right. Do I need ability lock Wheezing, or do I want to wait for the other one? I probably just want to wait for the other one. Do I want a Marnie? I guess is the question. They're at 6. Again, we got a lot of cards in hand, but not a lot that I really want to work with. Yeah, let's just Marnie here. Let's get a fresh 5. All right. Claiming a Sewing Mountain. Kind of cute here. Let's go ahead and use Artisan for our last basic. Let's grab a Hoopa. Chunk of 90 will be nice. Go ahead and plot this down. We'll retreat up into Eviltal. Weavile is pretty sick here as well. And then let's just go ahead and Corrosive Winds. 2 damage counters of things that already have damage counters. We are pretty close to a double KO, so Eviltal probably gets a chance to survive this. We're going to be taking a KO on Noibat and Dunsparce. And putting the Wooloo in danger territory. All right, here comes the double. It's boss's orders. So we'll see what gets bossed up here. Oh, still resolving? Or is it already resolved? All right, when you play this Pokemon from your hand, you may switch one of your Pokemon's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Might be trying to figure out how that kind of UI works. Nope, just going to play boss. All right, bringing up the Ascension Coughing. Let's see if they attach an energy. Attach an energy. All right, 50 damage on Coughing here. All right, there's an energy. So the cool thing is I just have U-turn board in my discard pile. Not discard pile, in my prizes. So I could just take that. Objectively, is Air Balloon better here? I think so. I think the Wheezing has 3 retreat, so I think the Air Balloon's just objectively a better decision. All right, let's go ahead and retreat up into Eviltal here. If I do attach an energy, I got to take some damage, and I'm okay with that. Can evolve Crobat as well. Probably just better to evolve it. And then I don't really want to trade either one of these away. I do just want to go ahead and attach to Crobat here, though. And then let's Corrosive Winds. Take 2 KOs, baby. All right, bye Noibat. Bye Dunsparce. And then now we just got to figure out, 3 more KOs, right? So if we get a chance to Corrosive Winds again, which I think that we might. Oh, yes, and they're going to put some more damage on Hops. So it's like right there in that range. So if we get a chance to Corrosive Winds again, which we might, they are going to retreat into the Hops Cram here. Then, yeah. I could also go up in a Weavile, and I could just Weavile. If I Weavile, what do? I take KO on the double. I take the KO on the Snorlax. No, I put it to 30, which is another Crobat away. All right, here's Festival Ground, so I guess heal some 30, and there's Buddy Poffin. All right. We're going to do it. I believe we're going to Crobat, guys. I might have to ditch this Rescue Stretcher. All right, Cramorant, you going to do it? Oh, he spit some Fickle. He fickled, guys. Fickle spit. All right. Let's go up into Coughing here. See what our draw is. All right, hiding Dark Energy. So that gets me Crobat. So let's start with our trade here. We're going to trade away this Gladion. See what we get. All right, there is Wheezing with 2 retreat costs. So let's go ahead and Dark Patch. We're going to go Energy here. We'll go Energy from hand. Go ahead and retreat up into my Crobat friend. We're doing it, guys. I get to critical bite. I love this. I love this so much. If you've never Crobatted before, it is the highest of highs. You just get 3 prizes. You just get 3 prizes. And like we're spread deck, right? It just makes so much sense. You get to draw 2 off the Evo of the Golbat. You get to critical bite for 30. The first attack is, 50 plus poison, so you're doing 60 for 1. It's a good card. It's just you can read a lot into it. What's really cool here now too is with Hoopa on the bench, we just have a 90 KO. So even if they take the KO here, we just have it, right? We just have it. We just have it with the Venomous Fang on board too, right? Energy recovers from all special conditions. So this actually has 3 metal energy on it. So Festival Ground's actually not preventing, right? It has to have a special energy attack. So I could poison for the win. Crobat also just has free retreat. Just cool too that like your stuff has free retreat built into it. Our Weavile plus Sneasel, our Crobat. We've also have U-turn board, Hiding Dark, this Air Balloon. I'm playing Birdkeeper as well. A lot of cool switch outs in this list. Just love Dark Spread, baby. I know that Mahone played it and didn't necessarily have a lot of success on stream the other day. I know that JD plays it at Full Grip Games, so I know that he has been enjoying it. Oh no. Oh, it's getting powered up. All right, sad. We'll win the old-fashioned way then. I could win with Rule of Evil too, right? All right. Here is just Hiding Dark Energy. Let's do it the good old-fashioned way. Let's Assault Gate. Assault Gate for the win. All right. We did it. We did it. We beat Colorless. Hops Colorless. Playing all the Hops cards. All right. Boop. All right. Dark Spread. Good in this format. You heard it here first. After 1 win, I am ready to declare it best deck in the format. There we go. All right, we're gonna do all the collecting here because we're trying to get that, trying to get up to that 400 right here. Just need this to be 400. If we get up to 200, we'll buy a pack of celebrations too to get. I think that should get us there. All right, let's play that. Let's run that back. I want a Crobat again. Give me the Crobat. I think that's like the one plush I probably need out of my favorites because I got a Krabby back behind me. I got Smoliv. I got my Squirtle. I got Meganium. I even got a Chikorita down here somewhere. I think the only one really missing from my favorites back there is a Zubat Crobat line. Golbat's the worst though. If I'm going to be honest, I do not think Golbat is a very good design. But give me Zubat all day. Give me Crobat all day. Middle big mouth potato. Bye. Do not want a Crobat. Or do not want a Golbat. Give me the Crobat all day. Flying Potato? Yes. Flying Potato, Big Mouth? No. All right, opponent going first. I'd like to see that. And we've got Hiding Dark and a Hoopa. All right, let's start our coughing here. I mean, we got good looks here. All right, playing into Psychic, Impidimp. I remember this evolution line being like kind of decent. So this is usually what is my deciding factor. My opponent benches a lot. I go boom, boom. I go boom, boom, Wheezing. But if they don't bench, I just go ability lock Wheezing. So I think we're going to go ability lock Wheezing. Guzma here. I mean, I think I'm going to ditch Raihan in this energy. To be fair, I could just ditch Guzma and Raihan. I got to make a quick decision here. Yes, I'd like to discard. Goodbye, Raihan. Goodbye, regular Dark Energy. Let's see what we got in our deck. So, probably want an Artisan. Old Cemetery would not be good in this matchup. Having the... To be honest, just Vengeful Punch is probably worth it. And then let's grab a, I guess, counter energy here. All right, let's go Artisan. Let's go get our bench babies. We got Purloin, we got the Leopard. Yeah, that's always my first bet. So Purloin, gonna be down. I'm gonna go ahead and bench the Hoopa. We're gonna go Hiding Dark. I think I will go Vengeful Punch. Why not? And let's go with Sending. And it looks like we only got the one Weezing. That's all right. We can attach counter energy to it and get to Spinning Fumes. Not weak to Dark, unfortunately. The Spinning Fumes has kind of been busted against Psychic decks because, like, the 50 can KO the active, and then you're spreading damage all along. We're still going to need kind of a good draw. You know, we Guzma to haul it away. Just the Raihan, which wouldn't be helping us in most parts. There's a Togepi. That's kind of cute. All right, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. I wonder if this means that they're a, what's it called deck? A Xatu deck. I've been seeing that card getting played a lot, and I'm just like, huh. Saw it getting played in like a metal list earlier, and I was like, okay, that makes sense with like Matang. I'm going to switch into Togepi, which is weird, I think, because this gives me the KO. All right, there's a U-turn board. I mean, I could just like Guzma back up that Impidimp, right? But I kind of want to take the KO. All right, I'm going to go Zubat here. All right. Go counter energy. And yeah, let's just take a prize. We got to draw a card, right? Like I need cards in hand. So taking the prize is getting me a card. Is this maybe turning on a Raihan? Like that's kind of what is in the back of my head. Did I just turn on Raihan? But there's no energy in the discard pile. So like, doesn't matter. Figured a rare candy play was coming in. Now the hilarious thing is they should Artisan first here. Yep. We could still take the KO, right? Because this, let's have a blast. If it's knocked out by damage, we flip a coin, and then we could take another KO here, which would just be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right, here it is. So 120. All right, let's flip a coin. Let's have a blast. Oh, come on, heads, baby. One. Oh, yeah. One time. There we go. Look at that. Just taking KOs. All right, let's see what we get. Yeah, dude. Shout out to GLC on Live. I think it's been great, dude. Absolutely been great. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. It's gone on Thursday. All right, Piers is like exactly what we needed, right? Piers is just GG's. All right. Yes, let's have a blast Weezing. That card is so hilarious. There's a reason why you play double Weezings, guys. There's a reason why you play double Weezing. That was so fun. I haven't had this much fun in a while. All right. Getting closer. Getting closer. All right. Are we up there? All right. Let's buy a celebrations pack. And let's see if we can get to my lightning zone. All right. So my understanding is you're supposed to, I mean, obviously this is probably not the best, but you're supposed to save up and buy celebration packs. Because I guess they have the most old staples, plus the lowest card pool. So I guess it generates the most value for you. So let's see if that got us our 425. Yeah, it did. So that means that we jumped up to 670. So that means I can finally go back in. We played 2 games of Dark Spread, and so that means I kind of want to play this Lightning deck too. So let's check out my Lightning Zone list. The card I got to craft is this Zorora. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Cool. Figured this would happen while we were playing a couple games that I would get to that. Gosh, I need them to, I've spent a lot of time like putting in code cards this week that I just had setting around. I need them to bring GLC on permanently, just so I get a chance to play all these decks. Because I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of fun and sweet to play. Being able just to queue at any moment in the GLC matches is just something I've missed so much. Like Twin Leaf was filling that urge for a bit, and there have been a couple of technical difficulties here and there. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Twin Leaf. I think Twin Leaf is absolutely great, absolutely wonderful. Love Twin Leaf. But it can be frustrating when you're trying to play GLC at a high level when things don't go your way and they're out of your control. So that's all I'm gonna say. So I've been taking a little break from that, and being able to secure into GLC for these casual matches, with GLC light, so to say. It's been fun. They've been great. Seeing what decks you can put together, seeing what cards, seeing what sort of payoff, what sort of cost is it gonna be? You don't have VS Seeker anymore, so what other cards are you gonna put in that spot? Do you always have to play Guzma and Boss? Do you need Guzma Countercatcher? Like, what do these decks look like? It's been kind of fun. I think a lot of deck brewers are kind of enjoying a refreshing look at Gym Leader Challenge through this lens that has less powerful cards. Psychic's busted though. I think that Okidogi might be the most powerful card in the entire format. All right, Luxray, not a basic, unfortunately. I would love to start that one. 100 matches GLC, nice. This is what it's about, baby. This seems to happen. Creatures, TPCI, if you're listening, I would love you if you did this for me. All right, there's a Blitzel into a ball guy with an air balloon. So we got to be looking pretty good, I think. I think we give our opponent 2 cards here. 3 cards? All right, Fan Rotom, busted. Oh, God. Fortunately for us, ball guy kind of busted too. All right. Here is Hisuian Heavy Ball. Gonna find a basic off of that. Does it show me who it is? Squovit. The Fan Rotom probably a little worse here. Sanchino, Minchino, Dub Wolf, they're playing it. Bidoof. Usually it's just Bidoof when it comes to these sorts of things. So, with Ball Guy, what are we getting? I guess I can get Zeraora, and I can, attach to Zeraora, and we can get rid of this special energy, which is kind of nifty. Thank goodness we just crafted that Zeraora, guys. Coming into play. Do not want this assault landing to be happening, though. I'm going to be honest with you. We're playing Lavincia. Oh, hey, look. We just won. Lightning busted, guys. I know I just said Dark was the best deck in the format, but hear me out here. This Blitzel, best Blitzel. Probably asking, why is Beish playing that Blitzel? I should probably be playing a different Blitzel. Let's actually get in here and let's craft the other Blitzel. I wasn't playing the other Blitzel because I hadn't crafted it. And I was trying to save up all to do the other one. So annoying. Why not just default? I want 70 HP draw Blitzel, which is only 40. Which we can do now. Let's get rid of that Blitzel. Bye-bye. Give me that one. All right, that's the right Blitzel. Oop. All right, we good now. All right, game 2. Really, game 1. Again, happy Monday to everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us, playing some Pokemon, some GLC on live. Again, good till Thursday. So if you're interested in it, hop in. Again, crafted a lot of cards for this. I am hoping that this becomes a game mode. I need to play more of it, but part of me is also just like, what if this was just GLC? What if it was just the cards on live forward? And part of me is like really okay with that, Part of me is really, really okay with that. And then the other part of me is like, but then you're missing like so many cards that people are just used to. Is it really GLC? You know, should we bastardize GLC just so it can conform to what Live is doing? I don't know. But I've been really enjoying it. And I didn't think I would. So if you're like me, you didn't think you would be enjoying this. But you are. Yeah, me too. And try it out. Give it a try. Getting the cards kind of sucks. That's the only thing. Cards suck. Getting the cards suck. All right. Calamitous Sowing Mountain. There it is. All right, there's our Zebstrika. We got no evolution Pokemon. I mean, I gotta attach. We're gonna get Calamitous Snowy Mountain here. And then we're going to put some damage on that Citadel on the bench over there with random spark. Get to go into a Alolan Raichu potentially. The top 5 cards, attaching basic to this Pokemon. We might just be losing. We might be losing. We need a big draw here. Gonna supplemental swallow. Get an extra attachment here. 2 away from a big 180. All right, there's another lightning energy. If I attach, are we just cooked? What this is? All right. This should help us math a bit. All right, so it's gonna do 70 to the Dodonzo. So now Raichu discard 1 energy is gonna do 60. Discard 2 energy is gonna do 120. So if we find an energy here, we're good. If we find another basic, we might be fine. We should have gotten maybe with the first attack. Oh, Raihan's just not gonna do it, is it? All right. Let's go out in style. Let's see how this works too. I should have done weakness, right? And it didn't. So, like, we're just dead. Yep. All right. Sometimes you don't draw another basic and you die. Sometimes you have Claire, Raihan, Night Stretcher, Air Balloon, and you lose. I was a little worried that that might be the case with this deck. I feel like people have had this experience with Lightning Zone. I haven't had it too often. But sometimes you die. Sometimes you die. And sometimes you win. Let's show one of those happen, hopefully. Lightning Zone is one of my favorite decks to play in paper. Just like Reggie Alecki Loop. It's just one of the most busted things you can do. 120 active, 42 different places, just like spreading damage, but like also being able to take KOs effectively on the active. Lightning Zone is just a really, really fun deck. It's obviously like Hydro Pump water adjacent. So a lot of people are just like, why aren't you just play water? Because you guys have Strika, baby. You got Dynamotors. Your backup plan's a little bit better. You don't have Inteleon, but your backup plan's a little bit better. And you have a good matchup into water. So why not just play Lightning Zone? I think people think that Lightning Spread is like the only way to play right now. And I'm here to tell you, I think it's the second best Lightning deck. Unless someone like, Plopal is piloting it. All right. Bad hand. Again. I haven't been getting good hands. Maybe the deck is just bad hands. All right. Got some evolutions here. All right, we got Thunderous and we got Stormy Mountain. So we got a good start. Got Evolution Instance too. So like we definitely have like Zebstrika. Are we going first or second? Because this is a really good going first hand. All right, it's our turn. All right, and there's a timer ball too. All right, let's go Stormy Mountain here. Let's check our friends. Where are they at? There's Zebstrika. All right, definitely getting that down. We got Flaffy, we got Mareep, we got Magnemite. Do I have my Magnezone, Magneton, and Raichu? Yeah, the gang's all here. All right. Yeah, attached to Thunderous. Thunderous absolutely busted. And let's end our turn. All right. Getting rid of Field Blower will be a little sad. I would love to see a tool come down from their side. They're playing what Zubat. Oh, hey, there's the what's your turn? Active spot. Reveal your hand. Oh, okay. That's a cool little Zubat. I like the art. Art's kind of bad, and I kind of like that. Weak to lightning. Here's Koga's Trap. Oh, that's kind of busted against Thunderous here. All right. Thunderous might just be like a sacrifice. Let's see what we can get off the draw here. All right, Nest Ball. So we get to kind of get going here. Let's go Nest Ball. Throw down a Magnemite. Let's go Stormy Mountain. Get our Mareep going. To be fair, I could always wait a turn. Like, we're not in a rush at all with anything, right? So let's see what Timer Ball gets me here. All right, heads, tails. Let's just go ahead and go Zeb Strike up. I think because we're not in a rush, I'm just gonna like end the turn. Yo, what's up, Mark? Yo, dude. Sweet, you from Brazil. Love my Brazilian friends. Thanks for the love on the content too. I think I need to get back into it. That's the thing. All right, here's the Rosix. Gonna make me discard my hand down. I don't really hate that because we're gonna be discarding our hand a lot. But I wanted to get one more use of Stormy Mountain here before I drop down Levenisha. And we're just going to kind of empty our hand here and see where we go. We might also trade Thunderous for this Hoopa. All right, there's the lightning energy that we all wanted to see. All right, let's grab Fluffy Fluff. All right, Fluffy, evolve. All right, let's go ahead and get a friend here in the form of Sorora. Plop him down on our bench. Go here. Go here. Let's Field Blower. Let's get rid of Bravery Charm. And then let's sprint away our non-existent hand and draw lots of cards. Those are excellent. Most excellent. And that is a Regieleki. All right, so let's go Regieleki here. And then I would like to Gigantic Bolt. That's right. Oh, we're confused. Oh, but successful attack regardless. And guess what? We're not confused anymore because we're dead. Thunderous is dead, chat. All right, I'm going to go up into one retreat here. Zorora. So much better than Regieleki in this instance. One retreat. Has a decent first attack. This is weak to lightning. So, like, if this doesn't evolve, we can get energy. We can go, take the KO. We good. We good. Sometimes I'm, like, really bad at checking for weakness. And then sometimes I'm, like, hyper vigilant. And the reason why I'm so hyper vigilant when it comes to Zubats is because I always thought it was so dumb. So dumb that it was weak to fighting. All right, Crushing Claw. All right, there's 40. GG's. I got a lot of quotes of all time. So many, Reed. So many. All right. There was a win. All right. Good stuff. Would have loved to see the Petrant come out. All right. We had a functional Lightning Zone hand. We did functional Lightning Zone things. Let's play it again. Run it back. For those of you who missed kind of our early games, Dark Spread, good. I think Dark Spread is actually factually a decent deck. I've played it to success. I know other people have too. I think on stream too, I went 2-1 versus Weeder. I think I went 2-1 versus Logan. Went 3-0s in my locals with it. Like, good. I think it might just take like someone who's like geared towards spread. Not, yeah, we were no longer confused because we were dead. Even without the Arbok, yeah, dude. Even without the Arbok, I do think the Arbok might be a little bit of a trap. Like, I think its attack has you shoehorned into believing that you need to spread with it. That being said, my Japanese cards came in the mail today. Let's see if I can get them on camera. Yeah, you can see my Ekans in there. I did not get my Arbok yet. It's coming. But I do think that the Arbok is hard to pull off. So, there's that. But yeah, I was just spreading, and then I Crobatted. I played like a couple different versions, and this was back when Twin and DCE was legal. I played a Guzzlord version, and like I told everyone, that version of the spread deck was just... Ooh. Donk Mareep in the active here. Yes, please. Oh yeah, and we got Sonya too. Just busted. Yeah, that version of the deck that I played originally was just I would spread damage and then Guzzlord would come in and clean up, right? So, there was a lot going on with that deck. Hey, look, it's like an ancient deck. Ancient deck here. All right. Quick ball away this Guzma. And then I do want this as long as we have our friend. We don't have our friend. Oh, yeah, we do. Right there. All right. Zebstrika is here. So Blitzel, always the play. Go ahead and throw down this Magnemite. Let's see what we draw into off of this speed energy. There's Pikachu and Luxray. I'm going to go ahead and bench Pikachu here. And then can attack because we are going first. So end our turn. Version of the Dark deck I've been playing recently, though, playing Crobat, which is, again, one of my favorite Pokemon. I do think that Crobat is the way with the DCE bands. Believe me when I say it. All right, Brock Scouting. I actually like Brock Scouting as a card a lot. Brock Scouting really thrives in this format. Flexible setup card that also can get you key evolutions in the late game. So I'm playing Brock Scouting almost in every deck. I think in this deck I opted for Sonya just so that I could have the extra energy search. But you guys know me. Flexible cards. I need it. I need those flexible cards. I can't stretch anymore because I'm old. But my cards need to be flexible. All right, there's Okie Dokie, and I missed the other one. But they're going to show me Mankey here. All right, got a Magnetic Burst for the 20. Why didn't I hit for weakness? All right, I'm weak, right? Level Ball's good here. But it's not great. I don't think Level Ball can get me anything. Sonya only gets me 2 more basics. I think I gotta go Level Ball here. Let's grab our Dynamotor. I want to retreat first, though. But what do I sacrifice? So I give it the Pikachu. All right, I think we're just going to hope to maybe draw into a second one here. Let's Marnie. Maybe get like an Air Balloon or something. All right. Not the worst. All right. Let's go ahead and retreat into Pikachu. By doing it this way, too, we get to put an energy in the discard pile. I mean, let's Ultra Ball. Let's go get Zebstrika. I mean, let's just keep churning. Let's getting set up. Electro Power, why not, right? Let's sprint. All right, those are some cards. Let's end our turn. All right, come on, Magnezone. Rare candy off the top would be legit. If they take the KO, being able to put Luxray would also be really, really super nice. There's a lot of different things we could do here. Do we have any reasonable way to deal with Okie Dokie? I don't think so. Should have known. Cooking with a rock with a bat. Yeah, dude, the bat's cool, dude. I've been trying to play that Crobat since it came out, dude. That was probably my first GLC deck. Was Silver Tempest Crobat, right? It was just like, and everyone knew about it when it came out. So you had to like let it sit for a bit, and then everyone forgot about it, or new players came in and they never saw people really try that out. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Do I have a list that you could find for the GLC form? I got one somewhere. I know if you look on Cardboard Warriors, I've got a list somewhere. Got a list somewhere. I think called just Dark Spread. All about that base. Probably under my name somewhere. All right. Those are some decent cards. So I get to go and play the Luxray, who's Swelling Flash. Let's see, put him into play. I get to play Regieleki. So Swelling Flash I got to play over here, but this I can just put anywhere. I do want to go ahead and Dynamotor here. Put energy there. I want to Field Blower away this and this. All right, got to get used to this UI here. So both tools gone. We got good value there. Go ahead and attach there, and then let's go ahead and sprint away. Goodbye, Magnezone. Hello, our friend Escape Rope. Let's Rescue Stretcher. Put a Pokemon from my deck into my discard pile. And then I guess I do kind of want to just Escape Rope first here. All right, let's go open the Regieleki. And then let's Iono here. All right, good cards, good cards, good cards. All right, not bad. All right, here's a Magneton. All right, let's Static Shock here. All right, like where we're at. Having Raihan's pretty sweet here. I would like to maybe get Night Stretcher and get Magnezone going. Ooh, Gutsy Pickaxe. Look at the top card of their deck. Reveal it. If it's an energy, attach it to a benched Pokemon, which they found. All right, here's Capturing Aroma. Flip a coin. One is basic, one is evolution. I don't know what's heads getting them. If it's heads, search for an evolution. So probably gonna get that Naggle stack. All right, here comes the Naggle stack. Do they have a way to retreat? They still got one attachment. All right, energy search. Gonna find another basic energy. There it is. Energy search. All right, last card, Pokegear here. Let's see if they find. Oh, there's Kofu. Kofu the GOAT. They might like their hand, though. We know that out of their 4-card hand, they got Kofu and they have basic energy. So they'd have to put the 2 other cards on bottom if they wanted to still attach and play Kofu. They're just going to retreat here into Sandygast. Kind of expected this to happen. All right, there's 120 to our Regieleki. Sad days. All right, let's go open the Lux right here. Weakness matchup. Rough. All right. So I need a Raihan and energy. Here. And then I need to go and get a card. Oh, I just put Magnezone back into my deck. See, let's grab Magnezone here. I guess I could. Oh, dang. I could have just grabbed it off of the evolution instance. I forgot I put it back in my deck. All right. Evolve into Magnezone. Let's go ahead and do the business. Let's go ahead and Pal Pad. Let's put a Guzma. Let's put a Raihan back into our deck. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and sprint. We need one more energy here to take a KO. All right, we got it. Throw an air balloon here. Let's Hisuian Heavy Ball. There's our Zorora friend. That's how we deal with this Okie Dokie. All right, let's go ahead and Magnetic Circuit. All right, and then we can Dynamotor and Energy. All right, we're set up now. We're set up. All right, let's Wild Charge. All right, 180. Take a KO. Hopefully we're on the comeback train. Need to recover that Pikachu probably. Superior Energy Retrieval is a good card to have though. If this Luxray goes down, we can get like all 4 energy back, attach them to Zorora, and then we're doing 200 damage. Yeah, nice. Never punish. We're going to be punished. We're going to be punished here. They just need, honestly, 1 energy on the Okie Dokie. We'll do 70 times 2 for weakness. So they might have recognized that here. Yeah, and there it is. Now, if they do go this knockout, again, we get the knockout. They are going to play their Kofu. So trade 2 cards, draw 4. This is where you can see like Kofu can be bad, right? I don't personally like it in fighting for this exact reason. You know, your cards in your hand, you don't have enough of them. 1 less card, Kofu would have been bad. All right, energy retrieval. All right, there's Blood Moon Ursaluna. All right, 140 to our Luxray. He gone. All right, go up to Magnezone here. All right, there's Timer Ball. Timer Ball ain't going to get us anything good. Let's go Superior Energy Retrieval. 1, 2, 3 energy here. We just need to attach enough now. 1, 2. All right, and that's enough to do this KO. Then we can save it for potential attachment to our bench. There's the Raichu, and there's Sonia. So let's go ahead and Sonia here. I'm going to grab Pikachu and Thundurus. Bench said Pikachu. Let's go ahead and Dynamotor and Energy onto it. All right, let's retreat up into Zorora. And then let's discharge. All right, there's our 150. Discard all our energies. All right, let's take another prize. So we're on, Story Mountain, not bad. If there's a way to get Regieleki back, we're in business. Because I think we can take a couple prizes with a Loathen Raichu here. And we still got Clara and we still got Lana's as ways to recover Pokemon. All right, so Town Store and Stone Energy. Cool, they're going to get us a tool too, it looks like. All right, going to attach that to Blood Moon Ursaluna. Here comes the Town Store. What tool are they going to get? Tools are kind of busted in this format. All right, there's XP share. I'm going to put that on the Flamingo. All right, 200 damage to our Zorora. We knew it was never making it, guys. All right, go up into Magnezone here. All right, there's another energy. So let's go Stormy Mountains here. Let's wait to Stormy Mountains here in a bit. So I'm going to Earthen Vessel. Let's get rid of Thundurus. Let's get 2 from our deck. Let's go U-turn board here. Let's evolve. And then we got a magnetic circuit. All right, 1, 2, 3. So right now we're doing 120 damage. So I need to do 3 here. So we need 1 more to take a double KO. Which we got from Flaffy. So let's go ahead and sprint. All right, there's Lana's aid. So Lana's aid is going to be Reggie Alecki and just 2 energy. Let's go ahead and I guess, oh dang, if I'd sequenced this better. I mean, if I'd sequenced this better, we could have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 180, so that's 60. So I could take KOs here. Gosh, math is for suckers, right? Yeah, math is for suckers, guys. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Stormy Mountain and see what we just got in the deck. All right, we also have Lavencia too. We're likely to get to the bottom of our deck soon. All right, let's go ahead and Electro Rain. So 1, 2, that's Mankey. 1, 2, 3. That's probably the Naggle stack. And then we'll go 1, 2 onto this Flamingo over here. So yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then, oh, like that. And then if I do this, that's a Reggie Alecki attack. Cool. All right. Doesn't help me with the guy in front of me. Oh, hey, there's Night Stretcher. So that's Zorora. Zorora is the KO on the Blood Moon Ursaluna, at least. Wish I had Electro Power still, because we could Electro Power for the 150. All right, there goes that. All right, here's an Iono, which is honestly okay. All right, Ball Guy Arvin. All right, there's a Mad Bite. Yeah, we know. You go. Dang, if we gotten set up like 1 turn earlier, I feel much better about where we're at. We just need a lot to go right here. All right, there's a Buddy Poffin. All right, so Buddy. Just see. Yeah. I just don't know if we can actually do this then, because we'd have to get 4 energy. I think that we can, but it starts with a good sprint. That's not a good sprint. That is not a good sprint. I think that's GG's right there. I go energy. I don't have any stall attacks. Yeah, let's. We're gonna rope that one in. Oh, I give up. All right. Sorry, fighting. We couldn't beat you. Couldn't beat you. All right. I think I got like 2 more in me. Let's play 1 more lightning zone because I believe in it. And then let's play a dark spread to finish out the night. We just won't get to psychic spread. I played that the other night. Yeah. I'll probably be back on at least 1 more time before everything is over, because I've really been enjoying this. My son and wife are going out of town tomorrow too. It's our last week of school, so I'm inclined to stream a little bit more this week. Yo, Craig Cab, thanks for the resub. Appreciate you. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think this deck is actually like pretty good. I'm very biased with it, but I do think that Lightning Zone pretty good. And I played it a ton. the idea originally came to me from a Costella list, Andre Costella. So he was like, "Hey, I'm playing Lightning Zone," and then a couple players took it and did slightly different things with it, and so that's where I'm at. Hey, look, another really good hand. All right, I got Quick Ball, I got Stormy Mountain, so we get 2 basics to the bench. I want to keep this Iono. We're going first, I think. Is that like an indicator? No, we're going second. That means I can even rip this Iono potentially. Oh, okay, we're playing Grass. Grass is a pretty good matchup for us. All right, there's a Lowland Raichu. That's probably one I'm going to Quick Ball away. All right, let's Stormy Mountain. All right, and let's just look. There's the Streb. There's my Dynamotor. So I got the pre-evos. There's Mareep. And I got Magnemite in the active. So, all right. Blitzel be happening. All right. Quick Ball away this guy. Let's go ahead and get a Mareep. Go ahead and bench the Mareep. Probably don't need to play Escape Rope or anything now. Honestly, I could like... Let's kind of do this. Let's go ahead and Escape Rope. This Mareep can do some damage. So let's do the damage. You know, why not? All right, cool. And we drew the Flaffy, and I drew the Pikachu. So I think I actually want to do this kind of. Now that I drew the Flaffy in hand. So let's actually retreat so that we got an energy in the discard pile, and let's go up into Pikachu, and let's end our turn. So what's kind of neat about this, too, is I can go into a Alolan Raichu and start doing some damage if I want to. Especially if we get into Magnezone next turn. Speed Energy is going to help us a ton. Just having an energy that draws you cards is kind of busted. Speed Energy might be the best energy in the game. Like the best special energy. Like, oh, hey, you get an attachment and you get some extra cards? Oh, yeah, please. All day, every day, please. All right. They're going to Nest Ball. Shh, no one tell them we spread damage. All right, here comes, oh, Execute. Are they control deck? What's the Executor do? All right, they're going to attach the energy to it. Oh, no. Oh, Festival. Okay, they're the double attack deck. All right, manageable. Manageable. All right, there's Aurora. All right, Speed Energy on Zorora. Let's draw 2 cards. All right. There's a Clara, and there's another energy here. I mean, just going to attach here. Let's go ahead and Dynamotor here. I like just maybe having the Raichu set up the entire game. 1 retreat costs 2, so nothing there. Again, less of a surprise, but it'll happen. And let's just go ahead and get some chippy damage in here. Crushing Claw for 20. Plus, having the Alolan Raichu have like 110 HP means it can soak up potentially 2 attacks if we get into a double attacker. Oh, there's the Executor. Mega Drain 50, Solar Beam 130. All right, 150 for 3. I'm going to see Capturing Aroma here. Tails, sadly. I think that means basic. Now we got 2 energy in hand here. Oh, Maractus. Oh, that Maractus is annoying if that's the one I'm thinking about. Oh, this is going to bench it. Pokemon is in the active. Ugh. And a youngster. Shuffle 2, draw 5. All right, bug catching set here. Look at the top 7, reveal 2 in any combination of Pokemon and grass. There's a Butterfree and a Metapod. No adaptive evolutions, I don't think, in this format. Oh, and there's Thwacky. Boom Boom Groove says what? Festival lead ability, sadly. All right, hopefully stays in the active, because we are just going to KO that. All right, here comes box order. Find 2 items in your turn, if I'm not mistaken. This card's kind of neat. Saw people considering play this in a standard gym leader challenge. What'd they grab? Just don't think it's good enough. All right, we drew a Magnezone. They got Buddy Buddy, Poffin, and Night Stretcher. All right, this is a pretty straightforward turn for us. Energy here. And then, yeah, discharge. All right, bye-bye. Take a KO. Draw a good card here. All right, another energy. Don't hate it. Again, 1 rare candy. And, like, the game's unlocked for us, right? Right, here comes Executor up into the active. Surprised they wouldn't go Maractus. This corner attack can be kind of devastating. All right, Buddy Buddy. What is Buddy Buddy gonna find? All right, there's the Caterpie, the Sprigatito. Gosh, man, I love Sprigatito as a design. And then I hate its evolutions. Like, yes, give me Grass Cat. I want Grass Cat. But then it stands up on 2 legs. And then I'm like, cool. And then it's wearing a mask. And you're like, it's awkward. Just want Grass Cat. Just give me Bulbasaur as a cat. And I think I'd love it. Not to say that it's bad. I think there are people that like it a lot too. I just think it could be so cool. I would want to play Grass Cat. There's Air Balloon. Air Balloon's actually not a terrible draw. All right. So, I mean, I'm just going to start setting up this Alolan Raichu for some KOs. Yeah, let's just, I mean, that's all I want to do. Because right now, with just 2, we're taking at least 1 KO. If I can get 2 more next turn, which I should be able to. All right, here comes the Butterfree. The Butterfree's pretty busted. All right, here's Night Stretcher. What's Night Stretcher grabbing? Energy Grookey? Just Grookey? Just Grookey? All right, did we see? We saw Rare Candy play already. Although they did have Metapod in hand. I wonder if they weren't attacking this turn, maybe they should have held on to the Rare Candy. Just a thought. They also might want to diversify some energy. I don't know. Up to them. I'm just a guy that makes content. Oh, they didn't have the energy anyway. All right. All right, there's Earthen Vessel. Earthen Vessel. I don't know if I want more energy right now. So, I can kind of pretty freely just do this, right? Go energy there. Go energy here. And then I can just go ahead and get in some kind of chippy damage. Bring Executor down to a multiple 30 for maybe Alolan Raichu to do some work. Because if they don't have any energy anywhere else, it just makes a lot of sense to go after the danger. Executor is the danger. Well, there's energy on the Butterfree. All right, and they're just going to Mega Drain again. This does heal, though. So maybe the chip damage didn't matter. Am I potentially losing 1? I don't think so. I think the math would still math. All right, let's go open a Flaffy here. All right, there's a Timer Ball. Timer Ball is, like, real good. All right, heads. Let's get our boys. And then I kind of want to wait a turn. to sprint. So let's just Earthen Vessel. Let's get rid of Clara. All right, let's go ahead and Dynamotor. And then I have other energy here. Let's just retreat into a Alolan Raichu. And then I've got, what, 5 energy here. So I can go boom, boom for 2 KOs. Stay ahead. I could just go 1 KO. Let's do the double. Let's do the double here. All right. I want you to go. I want you to go. And then I want 30 on the Butterfree. All right. Take 2 KOs. Gotta love it. And then we find Energy Ball Guy. Cool. All right, we're staying ahead, but barely. Got Ball Guy to look for Regieleki next turn. And then we got the energy that we need, 2 in hand in the discard pile as well. So I do think we will go Ball Guy. And then Regieleki will do some work for us. 120 and 40-40. Just needs this Alolan Raichu might need to get recovered at some point. Oh, so they got nice structure of the Grookey back, and they're going to discard it to Ultra Ball here. Along with the Metapod. The Metapod makes a lot of sense. And here comes the Lilligant. Lilligant makes no sense, because we KO'd the baby version of that. All right, here comes a Giga Drain. So just 50. Okay. All right. And there's Fuel Blower. So evolve. Ball Guy. I would like that, and that. Let's go ahead and get all 3 of these out of our deck. Let's Hisuian Heavy Ball. I don't think we have any in here. All right. And then let's Nestle Ball. Give me that Regieleki. Let's go Magnetic Circuit. I want that there. I want that there. All right. Let's go ahead and ooh. Uh-oh. Messed up a little bit here. All right. I should have Dynamotored first. But I wanted to be kind of cheeky. And so I wanted to put this kind of back into my hand. And then reattach it to the Zebstrika. Just to kind of have like an extra installation. So now we need to sprint and find an energy. Uh-oh. And we didn't find it. So we got a little cook there, chat. But we do get to set up for another Alolan Raichu play. So you know what? Not all is lost. Are you running counter energy and reversal energy? Some not. They do work with the Raichu, but just like when you have so many Dynamotors and when you have Magnezone, you just need like so many basic energies in your deck to make those 2 cards work. I just didn't feel like it was worth it. I'd much rather just have superior energy retrieval. So I'm running a ton of energy recovery cards, mostly Lana and Clara, superior energy retrieval. And then I've got like cards like Night Stretcher and, you know, et cetera, you know. Lots of things. All right. Oh, okay. Never punished. All right, there's greens. I'm just going to research away my hand. All right, and there we go. We're going to find them all. Let's go ahead and Magnetic Circuit. Put an energy there. We're going to go ahead and Dynamotor. Energy onto Alolan Raichu. Could always go an extra energy here as well. Not going to sprint away this hand, but we will Terra Spark. 120 to the active, 40-40. And then we're set up for a pretty good follow-up. Yeah, Mark, I think it makes sense. I really want to try counter and reversal though, right? Because like with Alolan Raichu, you could go Raihan reversal and all of a sudden from no energy have 4 energy and be spreading 120 damage with Alolan Raichu. Like as early as turn 2, right? If you're going behind, which this is the setup deck, so you're going to be going behind. So I think there's a lot of merit in that strategy. I personally just haven't quite found the way yet. All right, superior energy retrieval. Superior energy retrieval. Okay. Our deck is a little low. And so I think what I want to do then is I want to actually Cynthia and Caitlin. And I want to get back a Clara. This is maybe the coward's play. But like, I mean, we got a Regieleki attack in anyway. It was the coward's play that ended up working out. You know, we're ahead on prizes. My opponent's been using the first attack instead of the second attack. Like it was always gonna be this way. All right, so now we can magnetic circuit. 1, 2, 3. I get to Dynamotor another energy onto Alolan Raichu. I mean, this is just the bee's knees. Yep, and let's Terra Spark. This card's busted. Absolutely busted. All right. We are very close to winning the game. We should be winning the game in the next turn. I think our opponent would need a lot. They would need Hand Disruption, a way to get Alolan Raichu into the active. They would need, Hand Disruption, Gust. So like literally, it needs to be some sort of combination of like red card, counter catcher, Guzma. Like we have checkmate if they can't find those. Oof. Seagull. Oh, that's a lot. So much. This sounds so good. Regieleki, no. Regieleki's gone, chat. So I was doing this. I was playing Lightning Zone at Atlanta Regionals, and I put 9 energy, which is all the energy in the deck, on Alolan Raichu on at least 3 different occasions while I was playing. And the last time my opponent was like, I'm gonna let you. I was like, "Are you sure you want to concede, or like I can play this out?" They're like, "Play it out, play it out." I bet you don't get to do this very often. I get to do it all the time. Like how many times I get to just put tons of energy onto Alolan Raichu and just like machine gun down my opponent's board. It happens all the time. So if that's something you're into, is just doing damage in multiples of 30 to all of your opponent's Pokemon, try this list out. It's super sick. Lightning Zone. Castella's got a version that's up on Cardboard Warriors. I've got a version that's up on Cardboard Warriors. Deck is absolutely sick. Go check it out. All right, let's go back to the deck we were playing at the beginning because I was having a lot of fun with that too. So Dark Spreads. And this is going to be our last one of the night. Dark Spreads. How long have we been streaming? That's 9:51. Just about an hour and some change. All right, had to sit up there. Oh, back pain. Oh yeah, it's so good, man. Give me that Alolan Raichu. That card's busted. It's busted in the right deck. So good in the right deck, and this is the right deck. And the thing is, it can go active. You know, when you look at a lot of other lists, and what they can do. You know, so often, spread decks are all in on damage to the bench. But like what Lightning Spread does is it's got like just this boxy way to attack where you can choose kind of what you want to do. All right, so we got some friends in here. I like the Yveltal a lot. I bet Sneasel kind of cooks in this matchup though. But I do think that I want a different way to spread. So this is kind of a cool setup here. Let's hope my opponent goes wide early, because we can just get this abs all in for benching, and then we got Evil Tall to kind of get things along. Hopefully Buddy Puffin's in my deck. I didn't check my prizes while we were in there. I'm sure it is, though. But we should be able to get sped up here. Energy Search. I mean, it's like the second best energy search in the format, right? All right, energy to Blitzel here. Dang, if they just go this, oh man. I feel so bad not getting Hoopa now. Hoopa's the win, right? I'm gonna hit my Evil Tall. Evil Tall is weak to lightning. Just on the bench. All right, there's a Dark Energy. Let's go Arvinin. Want that. I probably want that. Let's just check and see where my Pokemon are at. Coughing, Purloin, and the Zubat. All right. Let's go Buddy Puffin. Nope, I want Purloin, Zubat. Energy here. And then let's throw in Disaster. And then we always have an outside chance of, if they don't play another basic, Claw Rend does the work, right? 50, 70 more if it has a damage counter. Still KO in this, right? But I do have a chance to sprint away their bad hand. All right. Oof. Look at that. The other Raichu, not as strong. They find a Mulga. Are they going to be nuzzling? I'm going to put Birdkeeper back into the deck here. All right. There's some soft boys over there. Gonna go ahead and retreat. What's this do? Nuzzly Generator. Flip a coin. Oh, they're nuzzling. This is sick. They're nuzzling, chat. They're nuzzling. And I think they're going to Sungly Generator here. For each of your bench Pokemon, find an energy. All right. They did it. All right, there's a Dark Patch. All right. So let's Birdkeeper up the Purloin. Draw some cards. Those are some good ones. Go Liepard here. I could, trying to get into Wheezing makes a ton of sense. But I think we will just discard it here. Find a counter energy. Gonna go ahead and throw that counter energy on the Zubat. Let's go ahead and retreat up into Absol here. And then let's just do some more Swirling Disaster. Nuzzle was a fun deck. I think Nuzzle's still fun. I think Nuzzle severely underplayed, a little underpowered, bad into spread, obviously, because, look at all these HPs, right? I don't think this evolves. I don't think this evolves. So I think we're going to be eating good in this matchup. They've got Zebstrika. They're going to be churning through their deck. What's their payoff? That's what it was. You used to have Electros back in the day. All right, there comes another Nuzzler. All right, going to draw some cards here. Do I just keep spreading 10? All right, here's an Arvin. As long as this is in the active, I think we're fine. I might get got. It's been a while since I remember what Nuzzle does. So here I am just looking at these cute little rats. Are they going to murder me in some fashion? Are these murder rats, chat? Oh, God. They're so cute. That's a squirrel, right? That's not a rat. Oh, no. Luxurious Cape. That's kind of cool. Are they going to play the Luxurious Cape down? All right, there's Speed Energy. Opponent's kind of cooking. Now that I've seen that Luxurious Cape, I can't, get rid of this Field Blower. All right, they're going to fail the Nest Ball. So they might still be looking for the out. Oh, they're going to go. They're gonna go on the Pikachu. We can field blower pretty safely now, I think. Plus, like this Snugly generator is getting like, you know, all the energies out of their deck. We're gonna get nuzzled. All right, there's a Marnie. I actually really like the Marnie call here. Let's go ahead and field blower. We got 2 targets. One of them's Luxurious Cape. Like, if you're not saving it for the Luxurious Cape, what are you saving it for? All right, let's... No, okay, I meant to Marnie, but that's okay. We'll let our opponent see some more cards, but maybe they'll have to discard something tough. I could have a tough choice. All right, let's go Timer Ball here. All right, double tails. You know it's good when you get the double tails. Let's go Artisan. Let's find ourselves a Coughing. Yeah, and then let's just put some more damage on there. Raichu just hits for the amount of energy on Nuzzlers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about... Is it this Raichu right here? This one just says energy amount to all your Pokemon. All right, so they still need to find that recovery card. Looks like they found the Mareep. Dang, like because of the way Eviltal is, I have to keep doing 10, 10, 10. We're just not under any pressure, right? All right, here comes Ultra Ball. Maybe they have a Alolan Raichu. Are they playing a Alolan Raichu? If they were playing a Alolan Raichu, that's kind of sick. Oh, Flaffy. Okay. All right. All right, going to discard to retreat here. Nuzzle Shot. All right, so Nuzzle Shot does 10 for each that has stuff. So what they going after here? 10 damage for each of your Pokemon. So just going to hit my Zubat. They're 10 short. All right. So I could just go ahead and take the KO, right? And then we're fine. I mean, I think I'm just going to put Vengeful Punch there on the Zubat. Just kind of invite them to do this. I don't really have any evolution Pokemon. So I think I can actually trade away Devolution. But it might actually be better to have an energy in the discard pile. There's Reversal. Reversal on Coughing is kind of sick here. Yeah, and then let's just let's rolling Disaster one more time. That way everything on the bench has damage marked on it. So if they, if they take care of Zubat, 4 damage counters gets placed here. I can go up into Coughing. I could like potentially Raihan onto something. I could like Super Rod. There's a lot of things that like I can do. So I'm actually really excited about kind of what the next line looks like. We know our opponent has tons of cards in hand, 18 cards in deck. That Coughing might be a menace, too. Oh, boss's orders. Gonna put the Coughing in the active. Okay. And this might be even better for us. Electric Generator. How many energy cards you got in your deck? All right, doesn't look like they found any. All right. Volt Tackle here is going to take care of the coffin. All right, go up into live part here. All right. Let's look at our discard pile here. All right, let's go Super Rod. I'm going to put Coughing and Wheezing back into my deck. Let's go ahead and Artisan. Let's get said Coffin. Let's go ahead and Raihan and Energy onto that Coffin. Let's get ourselves a... Ooh, Golbat's prized. I guess let's get ourselves that Wheezing. All right. I would like to trade. What do I want to trade here? I think actually let's get rid of Air Balloon. Draw 2 cards. Dark Patch, not bad. I think we'll save that for next turn. I'm going to go this card, Calamitous Snowy Mountain. They attach a energy to one of their non-basic Pokemon, just 2 damage. Let's retreat up into Yveltal here. And now we get to start putting 2 damage counters on all the things. I mean, if they let this sit, it's just going to do the business. All right, because next turn it's taken like almost 3 KOs. 1, 2, 3. What Mareep are they using? 70 HP Mareep, 60 HP. All right, here comes a Bird Keeper. All right, they're going into the den. Are they going to try to finish off the Zubat here? All right, here comes a Dynamotor. All right, going to go on as that Striker there. Interesting. All right, do they have any energy attached from hand? Come on, I'd love to use Calamitous Snowy Mountain. Do it, do it, do it. All right, here they go with the Nuzzle Shot. So, hey, we are going to get the KO here because it's going to put 4 damage counters there. So we're trading 1 for 1. So that's good for us. Love to get the Golbat off the prizes. We get Hoopa. Hoopa is definitely a win. All right, choosing their new active. Go up into their Emolga. Right, there's Cynthia and Caitlin. I actually like that a lot. All right, let's start with a trade here. I'm going to get rid of Defiance Band. I think after this turn, we will not have it anymore. Really any use for it. All right, so let's... Cynthia and Caitlin. Yes, I'd like to get rid of a card. We're going to get rid of Ultra Ball. And I am going to grab back a Raihan here. Draw 3 cards. Those are some good ones, of course. Let's go Wheezing. Let's go Rescue Stretcher here. And let's go ahead and put back a Zubat. Let's bench said Zubat. Yeah, I just don't think there's anything else that I want to do. Let's just Corrosive Winds. Yeah, I know we got a lot more that we can do, but we are not going to. So yeah, so let's, we got one more turn. Oh, did I take 3 prizes there? So I can spread one more turn. Oh, we got Golbat too. One more turn of spread, and then I can just Devo for the win. Of course, I could just do 2 more turns of spread, and like, we're also Gucci. But one more turn of Corrosive Winds plus Devo wins us the game. So here's Marnie. We had a massive hand. All those good cards that we had are going to the bottom. All right, but Escape Rope, Quick Ball, Counter Catcher, Enhanced Hammer. All options. Gonna get some energy back. And a rescue carrier. All right, I don't think this counter catcher is going to be live anymore, so I think it's pretty safe for us to get rid of that. All right, here come the basics, the nuzzlers. All right, gonna do some dynamotoring. Gotta assume it's gonna go on the Pikachu here. They're gonna maybe do the 60 from Zebstrika, or are they just looking to retreat potentially? This is where probably a Nuzzle stall is a good plan, but we do just have escape rope. Oh, they're gonna counter catcher. No, Zubat! It's weak to lightning. They saw through our ploy. I mean, would you ever? I mean, okay. All right. So we'll see what ends up happening here. No, Zubat, why? You were too young, Zubat. You were too young. We barely even knew you. All right, we'd love to draw Dark Energy in any capacity. All right, Quick Ball. Wait, Counter Catcher. Let's go and get ourselves a Hoopa. There you go, Hoopa. Let's go ahead and trade away. Enhanced Hammer. So far, we've only seen one thing. There is Hiding Energy. Attach it here to my Weezing. Let's go Old Cemetery. And then... yeah, let's just retreat over here. Have I played support yet? We might as well just play Gladion, right? Yeah, Gladion for Guzma seems busted. All right, let's Spinning Fumes. We'll do 50 to the active, 10 everywhere. And then if they knock it out, we get to flip for the return KO. So can you risk it for the biscuit into our Weezing? Let's have a blast. If this Pokemon's in the active and knocked out by damage, flip a coin. If heads, they get knocked out. And it happened earlier, guys. It happened in like our second game. All right, here comes Avery. So conditional. Arguments get one more energy in Absol because everything's got damage counter. So I think Hoopa is our safest bet here. Everything else can do something without something else right now except Hoopa. So let's get out of here. We got Guzma and Escape Rope to insulate us. 50 damage here, 50 damage here, wins us the game. There's a U-turn board on the Pikachu. This has free retreat and a switch card to heal. Okay. Are they going to try to nuzzle for the stall? All right. Uh-oh. That means by Old Cemetery doing work here. That means everything we have kills that, which means we gotta get paralyzed. So if we don't get nuzzled, we win. And if we do get nuzzled, we just have Escape Rope or Guzma. So yeah. We will not mess around. We will just Escape Rope. And because I love this Weezing so much, we're just going to win with it. That's how we do things here. And Spinning Fumes. Yeah, we didn't even do Crobat to win. We just needed tiny, cute rats. And if they're tiny, cute rats, we can just spread our way to victory. Nuzzle's kind of busted. I kind of want that list. It shouldn't be too hard to put that card together, but man. Just missing probably the Electros, though. Probably just like one payoff short of being a good GLC deck. Well, cool. Dude, that was awesome. I mean, all things about live considered. I know I've only played live like 3 times now, but all things about live considered, like it's a pretty decent client for like, haven't invested any money into it. Things have been good. The GLC stuff is very, very fun. I'm sure that the more I play, the more stuff I would find, but really liked that. My biggest issue, I think, was most people issues is like I can't show people my decks, right? Like it's really hard. I'd have to like export them somewhere. So, you know, right here, it's just underneath my face. But that's my biggest issue is it's very tough for me to be like, hey guys, check out my sweet deck. And for me to pull up on the screen and talk about it. So, if this continues to be a thing, we'll have to maybe export these lists, put them in something, and I can talk about them there. But yeah, Dark List, sweet. Loving it. The Lightning List, also sweet. Had some ups and downs on the night. I think Dark was undefeated. I think we were like 3-0 with Dark. And I think we went closer to like 2-2 with the Lightning Zone list. Had a couple of donkey donks, but still a pretty sweet list. I really, really enjoyed it. It just needs to get set up to do its thing. Well, cool. That's it. We'll probably be back this week, whether that's tomorrow night or Wednesday, to play a little bit more before Gym Leader Challenge is off of live. But thanks everyone for hanging out with me tonight and playing some Gym Leader Challenge and seeing us do some crow-batting and seeing us do some Regieleki and a Alolan Raichuing. It was just great all the way around. So have a wonderful Monday. Have a great rest of your week if I don't talk to you. And we'll see you back for the next stream. Later.